Wives of the Dragon and the Rise of Power. The Nephilim, though vanquished in the flood, leave behind a legacy of corruption that echoes through time. This legacy is proven to continue in the royal bloodlines of today, as well as every single sitting United States president, except for one has shared in the bloodline, with many scholars suggesting that the royals of modern times are the spiritual and genealogical descendants of these ancient beings. The granddaughters of the dragon's wives, the human women who gave birth to the Nephilim, are often tied to these bloodlines, which claim to possess a divine right to rule. This is why they removed the Book of Enoch from the canon, as well as Melchizedek and the War Scrolls. This is present in the idea of sacred kingship, where royalty is not just a political title but a divine mandate. Throughout history, many monarchs have claimed descent from gods or celestial beings, often reinforcing their rule with divine sanction. Today, some still argue that modern royal families are, in some way, the heirs to this ancient line. This belief links ancient mythology to modern institutions, suggesting that the forces that shaped humanity millennia ago still have a hand in how the world is governed today. The United Nations and the modern-day Watchers. In the modern era, institutions like the United Nations have taken on a role reminiscent of the ancient Watchers. The UN, like the Watchers of Mount Hermon, is an organization that holds sway over the world's nations, influencing global politics, security, and human rights. However, like the Watchers, the UN is also a subject of criticism, with accusations of corruption, inefficiency, and manipulation. Many view the UN as an institution whose true power and influence remain obscured, operating behind the scenes much like the fallen angels or the hidden hand of royalty. The power dynamics that exist between the royals, the UN, and the broader international community suggest a continuation of ancient allegiances and struggles. Just as the Watchers were cast out for their misdeeds but still influenced humanity, modern global leaders, whether in royal families or powerful organizations like the UN, are often seen as both rulers and figureheads, maintaining authority through complex networks of influence that can be difficult to trace. The continuity of power and the fall of the dragon. The tale of the dragon's fall from heaven, the days of Jared and the Watchers descending to earth, is not just a myth. It is a framework through which we can understand the persistent nature of power and authority across time. The dragon, though cast out, continues to shape the world through his descendants, both celestial and earthly, and the institutions they build. The UN is at 6066 United Nations Way with a colorful Revelation beast statue out front. The second is on Mount Hermon. They built HARP to weaponize the weather and named it after their angelic instruments.
Genealogical.